Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. We're playing Blade and Sorcery today. We're playing the PC version. It is just gorgeous. We're in the ruins today, and we are playing survival mode. Yes, that's right. 3 weapons come out. I choose one of them, and I'd make the day awful for anyone that comes through those doors. And we'll get things started here in just a second. I hope you are doing well wherever you are today, whether it's day or night, or you're about to ask somebody a really important question, and it is this today: how are you? That's right, I got a question for you as my notifications go off in the background on my smart home. Whatever. Anyway, my question for today is really simple and yet at the same time really kind of complicated, and it is that: how are you? Now, why is that such a simple yet complicated thing? Because I think we start every conversation pretty much with some version of that, don't we? You know, like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? How you been? Where you been? You know, that sort of thing. Now, is it totally just something that happens? Is it just totally something that happens from, you know, what's known as a colloquialism, which is like you just say it because it's a common thing to say. But do you really mean it? That's my question today, right? When you ask somebody, when you ask somebody, how are you? You know, do you really mean to ask them that? Oh, you know what? I didn't get our first traditional slow motion kill of the day out of the way. We'll do that right now. Oh, no. That was gorgeous. Just a little pink mist splat. So, I think it's something that we commonly ask each other, but do you really actually care? You know, like when you go out there and you're like, oh, how you been, bro? You know, or you see someone at the grocery store, like let's say it's the clerk at the grocery store, and they're like, hey, how you doing? Do you really think that that person cares how you're doing? Are you going to stop at the cashier at a grocery store and say, well, you know, I've been feeling okay, but sometimes I'm just not doing all that? You know, do they really want to hear that? Or is it just, hey, how you doing? And then get on with what you're doing. Now, I think that not a lot of people actually care. And this is coming from the perspective of someone who is autistic and bipolar and has antisocial personality disorder. Oh, no. And has antisocial personality disorder. I really have difficulty connecting with other people in terms of, like, you know, how are you? You know, I really have difficulty. Now, when I say in this, you know, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I actually mean that, you know? When I'm talking to you in these videos, I actually care, you know? I care about what you're thinking and feeling. I want to know whether you're having a... I want to know whether you're having a crap day or not, you know? But out in public, I just don't care, you know? Like when people just, you know, I say it as a common thing, a common courtesy. Hey, how you doing, right? But if someone were to ask me, how you doing, I just do the same thing that I think we all do. Oh, I'm doing good, thanks, you know? But do you really think that you're doing good? Are you really getting to the point where you're like, yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think society has gotten to a point where we're too polite with each other in person, and we're just completely dicks online, right? So when you say something online to somebody, you're not sitting there going, hey, how you doing, right? Unless it's like an email or something where you go, hey, how you been? Good to talk to you, you know, something like that. But I mean, I guess the question is, do you really, like, when you talk to someone that's the same axe? They're giving me the same one again. That's good. Hey, let's try the wooden axe. Woohoo! Training sword. But I think that the problem is we're too used to just saying it, right? We're too used to just blurting that out. Hey, how you doing? How you been? What's going on? And I think that we don't really connect with people like we should when it comes to something like that. I think it's kind of a... What's the way that I want to put it? We're to the point where we're so polite that I think we forget about actual feelings. And this is something that I have some unique perspective on because, you know, antisocial personality disorder, I'm essentially, well, I am a sociopath. And so the idea of... What are these guys doing? You can't get up the stairs after me? Either one of you, come on. You can do it. Let me help you out. Oh, no. Training sword, good. But I think we've forgotten, like, the way that we interact with each other is important, right? But I think at the same time, we're too used to being able to just say that. And again, the unique perspective I have on this is I don't know. I find it hard to actually care, right? And whether that's a consequence of my antisocial personality disorder, or whether it's something that happens because of I'm just so bored with the way that people talk in society. I'm going to do an episode coming up here soon about, like, some of the dumb things that we say as a society. And I'll give you a little taste of that right now. Like, have you ever heard someone say whatnot? Right? Have you ever heard someone say, I was going to the store and whatnot? You know, I think it's an empty filler word that people think. Oh, I think it's an empty filler word that people think means something when they say it, right? And I think a lot of people want to look intelligent when they're saying it. And so they say, oh, I was doing this and that and whatnot. I've seen a true crime interrogation with a guy named Daniel Holtzclaw, okay? He's a cop that got sent to jail for some pretty awful stuff. If you're into true crime, go look up the Daniel Holtzclaw case, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with this. The guy says whatnot in his interrogation probably 36 times at least. And it's so empty. It just doesn't mean anything. Like the word like. That's another great example. I say like probably about 12 times, if not more, during all of my videos as a, like that. Right? And I think that we get too caught up in, filling our language with these empty words and empty phrases that we really don't mean, we really don't mean these things when we're talking to each other like this. But why? Why? Do you think that there's a reason? If there is, share it with me in the comments below. I'm kind of confused about this, and it goes back to the how you doing? Why do we all say that? Why do we all feel the need to fill the empty void of our speaking with other people with nonsense and filler things, right? Why? It's something that is truly baffling to me, that we go through society and we go, oh, I hope you're doing good, and completely not mean it at all. Anyway, so leave me a comment in the comments below what you think of this. This is kind of an interesting concept to me. Like I said, it fascinates me to know why, as a society, we feel this need to just like fill our language with things that really don't mean anything anymore. Look, I'm not saying that you don't actually care about people, okay? I'm not saying that you don't actually want to know how people are doing, but you can kind of agree with me when I say, you're asking that of people. The only people that you really care about doing that are people that, oh no, people that are your personal friends. Unless you're one of these people, and I have a lot of friends that are like this, who are, genuinely happy people. They're satisfied with life. They're satisfied with what's going on with everything. And they're just, when they ask how you doing, it doesn't matter who they're talking to, right? It could be that clerk in the grocery store. It could be that clerk in the grocery store. It can be some random person on the street that you ask, hey, how you doing? And actually mean it. Now, I have no problem with people like that. They can be a little intense at times. Okay? Like, I'm almost aggressively interested in how you are doing. Like, actually, literally, I really do care. But it's because I consider you my friend, right? And I hope that you consider me that as well when it comes to, hanging out with me in these videos. I hope that you actually care how I'm doing, because I do care about how you are. Anyway, so that's my little blurb for today. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this topic. Is it something that fascinates you as well, or do you just have problems just kind of connecting with people out there? Anyway, we'll talk to you in the next one. Hope you're doing well. Do well, be well, and continue to do well. And you know what? Treat yourself well, because you absolutely deserve it. See you in the next one. Bye!